So, this is the evil within. Yep, this is the evil within. The chosen, the chosen spooky season game. I do like Evil Within 2 better than Evil Within 1, but I do think Evil Within 1 was more of a horror game than Evil Within 2, though Evil Within 2 had more suspense and horror elements done better. That's why I like that game better. They did it better than they did in the first one. But I know this is more considered the horror game than the second one. I could have gone with Until Dawn. Well, I am going with Until Dawn. For the month of October, it's going to be two games. One is just to plain old evaluate how they redid it, which is Until Dawn, and this one is just to also to reevaluate, but mostly for fun. And I don't need to reevaluate this one. I'm just doing it again because I've never done it um, for my channel. I did it for the second one. These things I do for fun when I have the time to do them, and I would like to give honest opinions on them. And I really wish I could have time in order to make an investment of a career in this, because I do it all the time. I make tons of videos, but I do have to realize that my focus on what I want to be is more important than what I want to enjoy, and that must always be the priority. So, it's like going to the field and playing soccer for about an hour or two, simply to keep up your adrenaline and keep up your memory of the sport, and just for the fun of it, because you love it so much. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend any time in this if I didn't love it so much. But during the process, I do believe that there are certain people who should, you know, if you can make money off it, great. But if you can't, then, show some type of love for it. And if you could evaluate a game, give people your opinion on it, why not do so? Like, if you want to, you don't have to. But I do it every now and again. This is a good example. I do it simply to do it because while I'm playing it, I could easily just play it on my own time and say screw everybody else. But if I could just speak while I'm doing it, why not? So that's what I do. I really can if I wanted to. I just don't have I have the time to play these games. I just don't have the time to do anything else. If there was someone else editing and doing that as secondaries. But I don't have no such person. I don't have money like that to even have a secondary. So that's just the nature of things. Auto data will overridden. Oh yeah, I started this before just to see how the graphics looked after I made adjustments. So I've done that already. Um, so I started again this time properly. So for the month of October, it's Until Dawn and this. This was Evil Within had a redone version, but it's the same thing. And then Until Dawn had a remake version. So I really am more interested in Until Dawn than this, which I'll probably play after this. And another thing, which is very important, if I'm doing busy stuff in my real life, that takes priority, which means if more than a week goes by and a video hasn't been uploaded, so what? If more than 2 weeks go by and the video hasn't been uploaded, so what? I am not getting money in my pockets, and you know, and I'm not doing this from a point of view of a business. Free information is being given of my opinion on this in the video. So once everything falls into that category, that's the way it is. Like it, don't like it. You're not the one in my shoes. I mean, I always say that to people who are like social media types. Like, okay, so if you're the type that really want to be amongst a group of people to enjoy something fun, have an experience, okay, you could go that way, because that's what you're actually watching a video for. Or you could watch my video and see what I personally think with regards to horror games, because I'm really a horror person. And there are tons of horror person, but there are tons of horror people who like horror from the point of view of watching tons of horror movies, not from the point of view of people who understand the art of horror or have done it physically 3D platform, like made props or have done artwork related to horror and stuff, and watch a lot of videos and understand the gaming world and do this. So it's a very different type of beast when you're just getting opinion from a person that watch horror a lot to someone who actually do designs of horror, do artwork of horror, and various different stuff related to horror. For which I would never put online anyway, because once again, no one pays me for that stuff. I work for someone to do that stuff. So it's their stuff, their business, their work, not mine. So I'll keep it quiet moving forward.
184 copy, code 3, ETA 3 minutes.
Copy 184.
Sorry, detectives. I know you're just coming off a case, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to make a detour.
Sounds serious. Is it a riot?
A call went out just before I picked you up. Said it was multiple homicides. Half a dozen units already on scene.
131, please advise.
Hey, maybe it's the ghost of that doctor who went schizo and chopped up all those patients.
That's not what happened. Some patients disappeared. Some kind of scandal?
Still, gives you the creeps, doesn't it?
127, 124, please respond.
Joseph, you think there's a connection?
It's a possibility. I believe the records were sealed.
Anyone on scene, respond.
Dispatch, this is Detective Castellanos in 184. What's the situation? Over.
184, be advised. Some problem reaching out on the scene.
Oh, and that's another thing I forgot. Because I'm still in school, I think it'll take about just 2 more years for me to graduate, which means none of my stuff is going to go, like my original works is going to go public until then. I'm going to keep that stuff to myself. And since I'm not running my own private business, it's definitely not going to go on. So that's, my stuff has been copyrighted and everything, but the public will never see that stuff, because until I work for an agency, that's the only time I would actually put that stuff online to show my works that I've done this. So whoever wants to hire me, blah blah blah. So I would never put that stuff online freely. I put ideas of it online freely. Put that stuff on Pinterest, so on. But never actually completed works, because what's the nature of art and artists, people in this day and age? You know, steal like an artist. Is that what it's called? You know, if you could get away with taking the idea of what someone has done and then changing it in a certain way, as long as it doesn't look the same way, act the same way, behave the same way, but it gives the same type of feel and imagination, that's called stealing. It's like Gordon Ramsay, you know. You could either be a bitch like him, become famous, work his ass off. There's no doubt about it, just like a lot of wrestlers work their ass off. By the end of the day, fame comes from taking from other people's shit. You know, you can't really respect someone who's done that stuff to contribute to their success. I believe Gordon Ramsay would have been respected more as a chef if he didn't take away. Of course, it would take long for him to become famous, but he didn't want to wait. I guess he figured more than a decade of waiting is enough. But screw him. Screw anyone who takes other people's shit in order to move forward. It may take me a long time to get to the top, but at least by the time I get to the top, no one will be calling me a bitch ass motherfucker because I used to steal other people's shit. You know, he has to live with that burden for the rest of his life. And so is a lot of artists and wrestlers and so on and so forth. You're really a punk bitch if you can't think of your own shit, famous or not.
Is there any... God damn it! Jesus! Junior Detective Kidman. Any thoughts?
Nothing yet. I'm sure we'll know everything once we get there.
And Ramsey, here's the thing, and Ramsey, here's the thing, get off topic, I'll get back on. And Ramsey would have been famous anyway. I keep thinking about it, and certain WWE wrestlers, football players, you know, lots of people who are famous would have been famous anyway. Freaking Oprah Winfrey, all of them. If they just waited, they just didn't want to wait. Thought it would have taken a longer time. Everyone knew they would have, but they just wanted to get there a little bit faster. Now they got to carry that stain on them. It's like 5% stain, 10% stain, 15% stain. It's a very low stain, but it's still a stain. And people will always still remind them of that shit. And they will always, you know, yell back at the people who are reminding them that they are bitches for reminding them. And they are not successful. That's why they keep bringing it up. And they're weak because they're not great, because they didn't do what was necessary. And the truth is, you know, you're literally trying to swing things in a different direction. And many of them will say, I'm just being realistic. But like, if you're so realistic, you would have never done it, right? And they will always 1000% swim around it. And then eventually they'll admit it. It's like, I was like, all right, that's all. It's like, then they'll say, well, you're a big man because you want me to admit something. You got some, go fuck yourself. That would be their example of it. But it doesn't matter how you swing it. At the end of the day, they did it. It's like committed petty theft. It's like Winona Ryder. They did it. It stains them. It'll be part of their life. No way they could go for the rest of their life without someone looking at them funny. Like, fuck them. Like, there's no sidetracking that shit. You're not a different person when you get older and stuff. It's still attached to you, that individual. So unless you die, old age or an accident, that's when it goes away because you're not alive anymore. So kiss my ass. You do bad stuff. There's no freedom. It stays with you to the day you die. So this is a evaluation video, a light evaluation of the evil within. So I will be lightly evaluating everything I do. So from a light evaluation, I turned up the brightness to about 60 something %. %, and it's still dark. So what I'll do is I'll turn it up to 71% and see how it is. Now, in any horror game, if you were in the 70s, then that should be the standard. But if it's still bad here, see, now that's good. That's pretty decent. It's dark and it doesn't take away from it, but that's okay. Now, film grain has been known to stop. Film grain has been known to, well, one second. That's weird. Okay. Film grain has been known to slow down games Oh, okay. Screen is different. Interesting. Vivid. That works. Interesting. Vivid is cool. I guess I could keep it on Vivid. No, definitely not. Moment I went to black options. Huh. Screw it, I'll leave it on Vivid. Alright, so my screen and what's on the system is totally different stuff. Okay. Alright, so the darkness options with regards to the game is about a little off. 70% should have made this bright, very bright. But for where it is right now, it's pretty good. The movement of the character is walking forward is pretty good. The shaky cam, however, is not good. Let's see if I could adjust that. I'm gonna go with 80, 100% area. Drop the grain down to 28. Make it seem more smoother. Letterbox, remove letterbox. See what we get. That's much better. But there's nothing with regards to shaky cam, which is a choice of the designer, the game designer, to give the shaky cam. Target reticles show. Okay, so shaky cam is an aesthetic choice, but it does give a feeling of being on a boat, rocking from back and forth, back and forth. So that's very not good. That's definitely not good. Definitely not good. Alright. So far everything is good though. Everything else is good. I do have to remember someone's sleeping. The rain falling on them is good for the time period this game was made. The rain falling on the screen is good for the time period this is made. It's like someone is following him, like a camera is following him to investigate the area. So you're basically the cameraman following the detective and cop. So I like that type of choice for the game itself, to make it feel like you're a cameraman following this police officer throughout the game. Make it more interactive. I guess it's more like a Cloverfield Lane type of stuff. Well, not Cloverfield Lane, but Cloverfield. It's a choice. It's not really a good choice, but it's a choice. The design of cars are good. The design of trees are off. The floor design is good. Concrete is good. Lining is good. So starting from 0 on the grid, if I would say starting from 0 on the grid, I would be at a 3 right now. because the graphics for which this is made is not the greatest, but it's good. So starting off from the beginning of the game to now, I would say it's a 3. The whole camera movement, I'm running and it's moving from left to right, giving the Cloverfield is a choice, an aesthetic choice given in the game, but it also gives a feeling of being on a boat, rocking back and forth, of nausea. So that wasn't really a good choice. And since there's no options to take it away, you have to deal with it. But for Spooktober, this is one of the greatest games to play for Halloween. That and Until Dawn, which I will probably play after this, the remake version.
Smells like blood.
All right. Stay sharp. We're gonna check it out. Don't let anyone else through this door.
I can be an extra set of eyes.
We don't know what's happening here. You're a backup.
Also good, perfect. The fact that the screen comes up to show the text and the blackness is behind the text, and then it goes away as the text go away to give a full screen. Perfect.
Someone alive in here.
The gore is pretty good.
Are you injured? What happened here?
Can't be real. Impossible. Ruvik is...
I've got him. The security cameras might tell us something.
it still looks dark in certain areas. It's the reason why I'm still at a 3, because I turn it all the way up to 70 and it's still kind of very dark. Okay, so tutorial is on and will tell me what to do, because it's been a while since I played the game. I mean, Evil Within 2 is a better game, but this is more horror related. Okay, R1. Hold it. Okay, see what I mean by darkness? The light in the game is good, but my monitor is calibrated dark, vivid. I have to increase the brightness on my monitor, because it's not adjusted properly to what is actually being seen. Because I'm watching this on my own cell phone, it's totally different color. And it's been a while since I've played the game, so I don't even remember what I used to do.
Where's the exit?
Oh shit, I think I screwed up. I think I was supposed to follow him. Yep, I'm supposed to follow him. Damn it. Now that's how you do an intro to a game. Not with zombies or with just atmosphere, but atmosphere and a really big boy.
Darkness twisting me around. There is nothing I can do. This world does choked tight in the noose.
I'll say this before and I'll say this again. The Evil Within is one of those games that doesn't even need an intro. You have just the name of the game itself in red letters on black and some type of sound. That's all you need. The name itself is terrifying. The Evil Within. You know, just the word evil. If the game was just called Evil, you're like, oh Jesus, they really went there.
Where's Joseph? Man, I'm sorry, but you never came out. I waited, but...
Please, settle down, Leslie.
Settle down, Leslie. Settle down, Leslie. Settle down, Leslie.
Shit! There's no going back.
When I first saw this, I was wondering what the hell is going on. Because none of this shit makes sense. Buildings are moving and all this. Thought it was Independence Day or War of the Worlds or something. And I wasn't playing a horror game, I was playing an alien invasion game.
Damn it.
But then I realized it as I'm playing the game what the game was actually about. It was pretty genius, to be honest.
Everyone all right back there?
Just a few bumps. We're fine.
Fine. Fine. Fine.
We will be once we're far away.
Fine.
A little further and we'll be fine.
Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine. Fine.
Fall! Fall!
So I'm gonna probably play this for about an hour, hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half, and then I will check out the Until Dawn remake directly after this, because that's very good horror, and see how either they screwed it up or they did it better. That was very good. The use of red, blue, white combination has always been a good choice in horror, if you really think about it. Always a pain in the ass when it comes to about around that hour. It's always an annoyance. So I'll probably just do this. Definitely, probably will log off. It's best idea to log off. We'll see. Maybe it's gonna calm down a little, maybe not. We'll see. Someone calling. Missed call.
Right now.
Hello? Anybody there?
You're always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please, sign in here. Without signing in, there's no way to ensure your future memories. This way, please.
Nah, I think I'll just end it in like probably 15 15 minutes. It's getting a bit grainy. But I am glad a lot of things still hold up from the original.
Smells like medicine.
And I mean from the original as in, I believe this was given a once-over to an enhanced version of it. It was the original, which didn't get the retouch treatment. I believe this might have been the edited version without all the bugs and stuff.
Right. Please, relax. Please, have a seat.
What the hell?
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
No. Stop.
There now. You see? All better.
Lady, am I going crazy?
Now what makes you say that? I'll be waiting.
Shit. What the hell is going on? Where am I? Kidman, where are you? Connolly! Connolly? My God, Connolly.
Hurts! Hurts!
Whoa. Were you warning me about this? You are Leslie, right? I'm a police officer. Maybe I should help you.
Should help you.
Shit. How am I gonna get you to a hospital?
Hospital. 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 Hospital!
What the fuck?
Alright, so I'm probably gonna end it here. It's getting a little blurry on my end, probably due to the lag before. So I'll just save it right now. Oh yeah, I forgot you can only save when you get into your mind palace or something. You can't save it here, so I'll just end it here. I just wanted to go past 1 hour to see how the game was. And this is the game I'm going to play for Spooktober, for October, Halloween. I'm going to check out Until Dawn directly after this and see if they've either screwed up that game, remake, or they did it justice. I know there's new stuff, but we'll see. So I'll check that one out right now.